And hello. We are starting slightly early as I am back sooner than anticipated. Damn. Sorry if me eating crisps is obnoxiously loud, it will not take long. You're not online, Ash. It doesn't say you're online. We will resume shortly. What? So we finished the Steelsmith one yesterday, just after the stream ended, and now we have the end of Burger's End.
There will be no more burgers.
Mm-hmm. As no one's watching yet, I'm going to continue loudly eating crisps. Nom 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 nom.
But people later on can hear you loudly eating your crisps.
Well, I am sorry for those people. Also, hello to the person watching. I was hoping that eating some crisps would help, you know, reduce my sneeziness. So far, so not good. Yeah. Actually, it's just terrible for my health, I'm afraid. Oh no, homicide?
That's not... That doesn't make you happy.
It does if you're a psychopath.
It's a juice.
Oy vey. Not had a chance to watch any more of PewDiePie's The Last of Us yet, but considering he's titled it The Last of Us Dead Inside playthrough.
I'm actually really enjoying watching him play. Like, not gonna lie, he's not good at the game.
He is entertaining to watch, I'll give him that.
He's very entertaining to watch playing.
Also, the game is kind of like a car accident that you're watching in real time that then gets hit by like a train or like a plane or something, and it just keeps getting worse. Oh, okay.
I got another one of those, and I keep getting the grape one. I've not gotten another flavor other
Talia
than
and the all-devouring
Ash has been introduced to
evil's
fruit
army had
pastels.
left the mines of Steelsmith behind them,
Yeah.
far from Thanos and his henchmen. The tunnels brought them close to the city Burger's End, in the Empire's hinterlands. Burger's End was known for its voracious heroes. More specifically, their appetites were legend... Wait for it. Dairy. They ate so much that the city had to be supplied with food from the surrounding area on a daily basis.
Oh look,
True
all black
story.
caramels.
These
Nice.
gluttons are going to be easy. Onwards, creatures of the deviant evil! Give these gourmands their just desserts!
This hasty attack wasn't the best idea, as the what is cannon fodder for evil's creatures all too quickly found out. These well-fed warriors proved to be exceedingly powerful and dismembered the advancing horde with terrifying speed.
That could have gone better.
Naturally, A battle like that can work up an appetite. Luckily, a transport full of food showed up shortly after the clash. The wheels quickly turned in the deceitful evil's evil brain.
If we can make sure none of those get through, we get bonus points.
Accident on their way to the city, and the city suddenly ran out of food.
Do I have to kill the horse?
It giggled at treacherous.
No, you just deal it stuff.
Those wood piles could be used as a roadblock if they were put into motion with a few hefty blows. That would make transporting that food even more difficult.
Okay, then we'll starve the pigs out.
Right,
A
do you want to play the
brilliant
overworld or the
plan.
underworld?
Do we have to do this?
Yeet.
I feel so bad about killing Grimly. Oh, I'm surprised.
They do that.
I thought that evil act would finally extinguish the
How do I
good
find
part
the
of me.
horses? Do they show them on the map?
I guess I'll just have to put up with you for a while longer.
These schizophrenic monologues are really annoying.
They follow various
paths
paths through the place.
More.
Not the worst thing when I look at the reviews of the last game.
What? How dare you? Talk about cheating. You haven't heard the last of this.
You've got the beginnings of an army.
Evil will triumph.
You have.
In its boundless genius, the prudent evil had provided Talia with a few
Well, we are in
gobbledygook
Discord,
whose
so
combat strength would prove extremely useful. They were just
I gather. I did not hear them because
Yes.
No.
It was supposed to
Heyo.
be delivered yesterday.
That's just
But the postman just left a note at the dungeon entrance saying that I wasn't home. I was here
how are
the
the
whole
things?
time.
alright.
Good.
How I'd love to work with professionals. Just once.
So tell me about this
Just
game
once.
then.
So you make a dungeon. From this dungeon,
Yep.
you do raids on the overworld, which is all the painfully good people. You know,
Oh,
the
so it's
classic.
even. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Bad-tempered evil
That's
quickly
pretty
threw
neat.
2 gobblebots into the dungeon. Then
I
it
mean,
went
I
out
can't
to
listen
find
to
that
it because otherwise
and
your
the
audio will bleed through, but
Understandable.
from one
advance of
scene
homicidal evil's
on the
armies
subtitles,
had
the
not
game
escaped
seems to
the
breach the
voracious
fourth
heroes
wall
of
quite a
Burger's
bit
End.
as well,
In the
which is
short
amusing.
pauses between
Yeah,
meals,
it's funny.
they immediately sent scouts and combat troops out towards the dungeon.
So maybe
Yeah,
advise
there
them to go the other
kids will
entrance,
be a
Ash.
piece of cake.
But
We
choice is
could
yours.
also deal with them
I will leave it in
peacefully,
your
couldn't we?
capable-ish
That was
hands.
a noble thought from the good Talia.
Cool.
But the heroes of Burger's End were not
Oh, we have
choosy
some
about
goblins.
what they ate,
Alright.
and dark elf fingers were considered a delicacy.
Oh, disgusting. Right, let's roast
So is there
these
only an
pigs.
evil campaign
Oh,
then, I take it?
Yes, as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
the sort of classic dungeon keeper game, I gather.
But instead of being the hero,
Okay.
the bad guy.
'Cause being the bad guys is more fun, not gonna lie. You get orcs. What's wrong with orcs? Who could hate orcs?
Well,
Other than
depends
leftists.
who you ask, yes.
The evilness collecting evil had, well, collected evil. Whatever.
Basically,
It
like,
soon had the chance to
probably
research
about-
gobobots, enabling
Yeah,
it to
it'll be fine.
recruit them itself in future. This extremely useful research would equip all normal goblins with a mech, greatly increasing their
So
combat
there's
skills.
co-op in it?
Yep.
Scott is doing the basement stuff, and I am doing the fighty stuff.
The
Oh,
dungeon
okay,
heart
so you're
is
kind of
being
doing what
attacked.
me and Ellis did on Playfor, and one's the general, one's the governor, basically.
Yep. I deal with the economy side, Ash deals with the violence.
Okay. Good delegation of powers. Also, you have Poo-Mans attacking a red crystal
Yeah.
with power.
Bye-bye, baby.
Right, so go them heal up a bit, and I've got some spiders to deal with. Also, if you go out the top entrance, basically you want to sit on this crossroads in the top left, because that's where the food comes from. However, it will start coming from different places, so you've got to keep an eye out and be ready to travel quickly.
Payday.
I want to stay in the wide of the road?
Yes, there's a bunch of things you can do that'll like break stuff, make detours, make it, you know, more difficult for them to get around. Basically, you want to skirmish.
Does it tell me when they're coming?
Yep, top left corner of the screen. Oh. It says its next food delivery is in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Every time we defeat some of their heroes, it reduces their supply situation.
There's a bunch. Outside of the camp.
Cool, well if you go out the other entrance,
The top one or the bottom one?
top one, and make your way down to those logs. And this, just by the Y in the road, then they'll have to go the long way around. Because you want to stop them getting to here, which is very near, and we don't have the power to take it out.
Yeah, we played some of this last night too, so we think we can play some more.
Alright.
It's a fun co-op game because you're not treading on each other's toes most of the time,
Yeah.
which is a lot of co-op games in my experience. I can hear a
Yeah.
floppy doggo.
We can do like gay open mic.
Finally, we should
Stream.
send out a couple of creatures
But
to take advantage
have the advantage
of
of
those
Ash is also in
blockades.
the VC, so there is the same amount of people in the VC as voices, which in theory makes it slightly more bearable for everyone else.
Mm-hmm. Very considerate, I suppose. So let's see, you have gold, purple, and orange resource.
Yep, so you got gold, mana, and evil.
Chicken.
And evil is a resource.
Yep, chicken.
Yep, evil
Very
is
nebulous,
a renewable
okay.
resource, much like the undead. Which reminds me I need to buy a graveyard soon.
Okay. I presume there's different racial
Yep, there's the
creatures.
horde creatures like orcs, goblins, snakes.
Can you send out a few more goblins? Or like people?
Soon.
The first food delivery set out for Burger's End.
It's
Like,
some
yeah, it's
snakes.
a
The
food delivery.
well-prepared and not at all surprised
Why
people
did you-
would
what?
never let
How
it
did you
arrive
get
at
to
its
it?
destination.
Can. I'm trying to get to the logs. but I got
Okay,
ambushed.
push the logs down then.
The ambush
There
planning
you go.
evil had taken advantage of the blockades
Now I'll have to
and
go around.
thereby significantly restricted the food deliveries to Burger's End.
What?
That should make starving
Um,
the city out child's play.
Excellent. Let's hit the greedy
Is it the
bastards
green?
right where it hurts most.
Yep.
In the gonads? In their stomachs.
It's quite funny how good and evil Talia are now basically on the same side.
Oof.
There's too many adventurers out right now.
I'll try and send you some reinforcement, but in theory you can just
Alright.
hide with them for a bit.
You're on the same map player then for the game, or is there different levels?
I'm currently mostly in the dungeon, but Ash is in the
Alright.
overworld.
Alright.
There it is. It's right there. Right there, you're walking past it.
Oh shit. Get the horse.
The masterful evil had destroyed
You
the
said
delivery
I wasn't
without
gonna
even
kill
breaking
the
a sweat.
horse!
Oh,
You lied to me!
I mean, you didn't have to kill it. You could have just lost.
I'm a monster!
Yep.
I'm just as bad as that Lannister lady.
It doesn't really narrow it down other than Cersei, but yeah.
Yeah, the one that killed the doggo.
She didn't kill the doggo, she just ordered it to be killed.
She killed the doggo.
I mean, that's a whole discussion of, is the person that orders the killing responsible, or is it the person that does the killing?
All because her stupid son. Stupid. You deserve to get that.
Ash has watched 2 episodes of Game of
There are
Thrones.
enemies in your dungeon.
Okay. So, the good season of Game of Thrones, the first one.
Why do I have people all the way down here?
Payday.
Because you wanted reinforcements and then you didn't pick them up.
There's chickens.
Yep.
And Scott
Oh,
can
turkey.
pick them
Your
up and
dungeon
feed
heart
them.
is under attack.
Can you help?
I just like
Uh,
evil dungeon
alright.
people just breeding turkeys.
I just need to get some cash.
They do like launching raids into the dungeon quite frequently.
Yep. Now I've got my cemetery, they should be quite profitable as I can get zombies from them.
No.
If you want to, but you got 2 minutes until you need to be doing stuff again. Yeah, I know. It'll be okay, probably. Ooh, texture tearing. If I can take out that cast of this, they're the ones doing most of the damage. Have a look around on the map, you should be able to see him. You are next to a camp, so maybe you can do some of that. Oh, more things are entering the dungeon.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Spread more evil.
Good.
The heart is the weak point.
I don't know how well he can hear.
Scouts report another delivery on its way to Burger's End. Come, creatures, let's tear the thing apart.
Gotta kill another pony. Because
Oh yeah, life hacks.
terrible people.
Finish the gobbler field up.
The savage evil never even gave the food delivery a chance. Now, its creatures gorged themselves on the delicacies instead of the heroes in Burger's End.
What are you guys? No, you come over here. Oh my god. These autistic bunches of chuckle fucks.
It's the way round, Ash. Remember you blocked that road. I'm not seeing the pony.
Killed it already.
Oh yeah. I'll probably come find somewhere different this time, so.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Down to the bottom.
Okay. I'm gonna try and do all those adventurers without an army.
Huh? Did I take your army or something?
Hey,
No, I sent all of them out, and now there's more people attacking.
You didn't come back.
the dungeon heart is being attacked.
Maybe you could send like the goblins.
It sends just certain people.
In fact, I should have zombies.
I'll come back.
Okay. I can't do much as we are currently broke.
Your dungeon heart is under attack.
I'm an announcer guy.
I'm coming. Yeah, all the snots are just sort of running around like the hair's on fire, not doing anything useful. Well, this might go badly.
Defend the dungeon heart.
Oh, is that the quickest way? Okay.
I'm right outside.
Okay, you're just bugger.
You died.
Yep.
Try to come back.
Alright, let's try that again.
I blame Scott.
Oh, okay.
Talia and the all-devouring evil's army had left the mines of Steelsmith behind them, far from Tanos and his henchmen. The tunnels brought them close to the city Burger's End, in the Empire's hinterlands. Burger's End was known for its voracious heroes. More specifically, their appetites were wait for it, dairy. They ate so much that the city had to be supplied with food from the surrounding area on a daily basis. True story.
These gluttons are going to be easy. Onwards, creatures of the deviant evil! Give these gourmands their just desserts!
This hasty attack wasn't the best idea, as the what is cannon fodder for evil's creatures all too quickly found out. These well-fed warriors proved to be exceedingly powerful and dismembered the advancing horde with terrifying
Right,
speed.
Go well that?
It's okay,
Could
we
have gone
died.
better.
I come back and I'm seeing the same cutscene, so I
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
presumed.
Yeah.
A transport full of food
Oof.
showed up shortly after the clash.
Our
The humans were too
They
powerful.
do a lot of damage to the dungeon heart now, and they haven't so much in the past, so
Were to have an accident on their way to the city.
I was,
and the city
what's the
suddenly
word?
ran out of food.
Unprepared.
It giggled a treacherous little imp. Those wood piles could be used as a roadblock if they were put into motion with a
I like the idea
few
this poor
blows.
horse
That
is
would
just
make
kind of on
transporting
its
that
own,
food
just
even
carrying
more
some
difficult.
Okay, then we'll starve the pigs out. A
And then just gets
brilliant
like
plan.
attacked by an
Do we
evil
have
horde.
to do this?
Yeah,
I
they
feel
just
so bad about killing
don't bother
Grindy.
guarding their
Right.
logistic.
I'm surprised. I thought that evil act would finally extinguish the good part of me. I guess I'll just have to put up with you for a while longer.
These schizophrenic monologues are really annoying.
Oh, does she have a split personality?
So
Yes,
much
because
more.
she's the
Not
daughter
the worst
of the,
thing when I look at the
priest
reviews of the
like
last
ultimate
game.
good.
What?
Yeah, she is the adopted daughter of a paladin,
Talk about
but she's a dark elf,
You
so
haven't heard the last of this.
I mean,
And the ultimate evil.
it's just like, hey, see that guy who keeps being really racist to you? You know, talking about cutting off your ears with shears and stuff? Go kill him. Be fun. Right, you've got army ash.
Also, wasn't the ultimate
For evil!
like, put bad ideas in her head?
I mean that too, but yeah, if you go shove over those
In its
logs.
boundless genius, the prudent evil had provided
Top
Tanya
left.
with a few gobberbots whose combat strength would prove extremely useful. They were just
at least she's kind of a relatable and understandable villain.
They were
That's
supposed to be
interesting.
delivered
They did
They
that.
make a lot of
The
like
postman just left a
references
note
to
at the
other
dungeon
things,
entrance saying that I
like
wasn't
Lord of the
home.
Rings.
I was here the
How I Met
whole
Your Mother.
time.
Also, a lot of my works have
professional. Just
Dumb
once.
names,
a lot of
puns.
Professional.
names. Yeah.
Just once. Take it
It's a very self-aware
Remember
game.
what
This.
they
Oh
said.
yeah.
You don't want any more of those electric shocks. Fine. Fine. And so, the bad-tempered evil quickly threw 2 gobberbots into the dungeon. Then it went out to find that postman and beat the living crap out of him. The advance of the homicidal
Also,
evil's
like,
armies
getting
had
to
not
fight with the
escaped the
narrator
voracious
is kinda
heroes
funny.
of Burger's End. In the
So I'm gonna hang on to these goblins because
They immediately sent scouts and combat troops out towards the dungeon.
Ah, these stuffed pigs will be a piece of cake. We could also deal with them peacefully, couldn't we?
That was a noble thought from the good Talia. But the heroes of Burger's End were not choosy about what they ate, and dark elf fingers were considered a delicacy.
Oh, disgusting!
I'll send you some
Right,
healers
let's
when I
roast
can.
These pigs. Oh, good call.
Yeah. How have you managed to get your entire army killed already?
Because I went after the logs, and there's a shit ton of people here.
Okay. So you just ran past them, or?
I walked in and I started a fight with them. I was fighting them. They're stronger than me. Like, really strong.
Okay.
I had like a huge problem.
You had 4 orcs.
And those words were no longer strong enough to stand up against them. Outside the dungeon.
There are
If only we had
enemies
some
in
kind of
your
army to defend ourselves.
Oh my god.
Well, they died, okay? I tried to knock over the logs.
Well, they're gonna die. No. I hadn't anticipated that that would go so badly so quickly.
Oof. Is this like the third mission, or is it
No, this is
further
like
in?
the
7?
7th or 8th. The game gets
Okay.
harder the more you play it.
Yeah.
Trying to hold me.
Cool.
I do like the fact that Skog has the hand of Sauron.
We both have hands.
Yeah, Ash's is green. Mine is red.
We play rock, paper, scissors against each other and stuff.
Da da da. Da, da.
Well, the good news is I've not heard anything about current events today that isn't, you know, not new. Which is quite nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is nice indeed.
Are you gonna mine out the back of
Eventually, but I need some, like, troops to defend it. Okay, we now have 6 things, and we have 8 things. You can take most of them out again, but I want to keep some goblins.
Try this. Try this again.
That killer can.
Pretty much, yep. Like a
Okay.
little one, like the grot tanks.
That's adorable.
Pretty much.
I have robots now.
Yep. Please don't get them all killed.
When did we get robots?
At the beginning, remember? Because they were doing that thing about complaining that, you know, the postman came but didn't actually knock on the door and just said that you weren't in.
Oof.
I didn't get them killed, okay? There's just like a shit ton of people here. I put them in the area and I let them do their thing.
The first food delivery set out for Burger's End. Of course, the well-prepared and not at all surprised evil would never let it
it's going
arrive
for a
at
different
its
direction this time.
destination. The ambush planning evil had taken advantage of the blockades and thereby significantly restricted the food deliveries to Burger's End. That should make starving the city out child's play.
Excellent! Let's hit the greedy bastards right where it hurts most. In the gonads? In their stomachs.
So now I'm halfway across the map.
I'll get moving then.
Huh?
Once you've killed that thing, you can hopefully get moving.
It doesn't look like it moves very quickly. You die already! Thank you. Those stone fucking things are...
An unusual turn of phrase.
Stone guards are a little bit difficult to kill.
There are monsters up ahead, so you probably want to...
Fight them.
Well,
Ouch!
The evilness collecting evil had, well, collected evil. Damned adjectives, whatever. It soon had the chance to research Gobobots. enabling it to recruit them itself in future. This extremely useful research would equip all normal goblins with a mech, greatly increasing their combat strength.
We've stopped the food deliveries!
Right then.
Let
So
that
the question is, go back to the base and wait to see what they happen, what they do, or go and try and capture more land.
Right, next, choose something to possibly capture if you want me to.
It's your call. You are the,
Oh, apparently a couple of heroes got lucky and caught a couple of goblins away from their gobobots on a pea break. You should free them as quickly as possible.
just don't split your forces, because Talia's going to get fucked while the others are off.
And once again, Talia
Like
brought the
that.
farm. Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Bruh. Oh no.
Anyway, tactical retreat. Stupid sword shortage, man.
You could slap a target to make them priority.
The guys are pretty tough.
Defend the dungeon heart.
Oh, my demon died. I don't know why you keep picking up the troops when they're in the base.
I wasn't sure if they were.
Well, you can't pick them up if they're not in the base. And as soon as the dungeon heart's attacked, everything comes to defend it.
I like that the snake ladies have their own little baskets to sleep in.
And what else will they sleep in?
Little beds like the orcs.
But they're snakes. Snakes evidently sleep in baskets.
I'm just picturing snakes lying in doggo beds.
That's pretty much what it is.
Oh, I'll show you them. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, it's a turkey farm.
Now, in theory, Scott could play this game by himself.
Yep,
Mhm.
and I have done on this channel quite a while ago.
But apparently having me help gives me a chance to play, and it makes me more time to focus on the dungeon.
You have 1 minute until the next pony moves in.
And I just watched yesterday, and I'm not as tidy with my dungeon.
I find it best just not to look. It makes me feel better.
As hog is. I didn't do
Enemies
that
have
bad.
entered the dungeon.
I have everybody picked up. Sorry, because I was going to go outside.
Oh, dang!
Yeah, again, trying to dump them right on top of the adventurers because they're stunned when they get dropped. and if they were injured, they can get killed because you picked them up.
Evening, cunts.
Hey, Dom.
A delivery carrying a variety of culinary delights was on its way
Oh, I
to
just don't
Burger's
have
End.
it turned on. Cool.
How
Now I
sad
can hear you properly,
that it
baby.
never reached
Cool.
Lovely.
Right, it's only a horse, Ash. You should be able to stop a horse.
Six out.
What you playing?
Dungeon's
How's
free.
that?
Same game we were playing last night.
I got 2 things in the post today.
Ah,
One was a very big mouse pad that I bought off Amazon a while back,
cool.
which has the map of the world, which is cool. And also the other thing is my college results. And now I'm like, oh god, why did I bother show my parents that?
Huh.
Were they bad?
Well,
You missed like 3 months of it, so I'd imagine not great.
yeah. Still passed the fucking business studies part of this semester, so it's good. So it shows how much bullshit that is. And it's like, oh, it's only one project. Oh, it's only one project. Why don't you do it? Why don't you do it? Because fuck off is why. Ugh.
Did you move her?
Yep, I got a bonus thing.
A satisfying crash and clatter heralded the unapproachable evil's army's destruction of the.
So I continue to help my little brother set up a hammock area on the bottom of the garden. So it's cool.
Nice.
We just spread out like 3 bags of
Full agreement with something that sounds like a
wood
mosquito.
chippings
Trust me, there's no
cool.
room for peace there.
and
Only
stuff
total
for
war.
killing weeds around the place. And
Every crack in the whole
developing that place out. I think he's going to be digging a fire pit down there now as well.
If you want to.
Huh?
If you want to, yeah. Otherwise I can probably cover it.
defend the dungeon heart.
Yeah, these heroes are quite tough. That's the whole thing with this mission. Until they've been starved a bit more, they're going to be thick boys.
And that's what I kept dying.
I know, but you didn't die so quickly last time, which was weird.
The dungeon heart is being attacked.
Oh, damn. Yeah, as long as you dump them into the dungeon, they'll do their thing.
The beer brewing evil could now build a brewery. Alcohol and heavily armed evil creatures. What could go wrong? But apart from that, the brewery was able to brew delicious beer, which the horde creatures craved. Beer was
You
essential
can brew
for the
alcohol.
horde, as these stubborn
Aye.
creatures demanded the delicious beverage
Only
as soon as they acquired a
in the
certain
book
amount of
parts.
experience and wanted to continue their training beyond a given stage. Actually, that kind of reminds me of my time in the army.
You need beer to get more. Okay, that's kind of an interesting way to do it. So I guess they demand amenities when they level up or
Or they'll
something.
protest.
Yep. Same with if
That's
they don't
pretty
get
funny.
paid.
That's pretty awesome actually.
It's like I have to bring them back to eat and sleep and stuff, or they'll get angry at me
I like
and
that.
they won't follow.
Have an actual logistics to your army.
Mm-hmm.
UK's been nice too. I love the weather. It's so nice that it's not 40 degrees Celsius outside.
Yeah, it's pretty mild for the most part over here at the minute, so it's good.
Mean skull.
Yep, I'm waiting for the official government inspector to come make sure that Ash is not going outside.
A brewery now twinkled and sparkled in the alcohol-dependent
They didn't
evil
ask
dungeon.
anything.
Yet
I
before
did
that
those two
noble
at the
drop could be
airport.
produced
4
for the
Americans
hall,
got turned
a
away.
brewing kettle would first
At the
need to
border.
be erected.
They don't have the necessary papers. So.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they didn't fill out the form, but they kept asking you, like, before you get to the border, fill out this form.
Get your form.
Oi mate, where's your coming into the country license?
Yeah.
The aimless evil continued to allow the goblins to
Like,
rot
they
in
just
their
ask,
prisons. Maybe
why are
they
you
didn't deserve
here?
it, but
Who are you
just the
visiting?
same, they could also prove to be useful soldiers.
Stuff like that. You're sending people out.
No, it's just giving the pop-up of, hey, you have prisoners.
And then, yeah, they asked, like, I was like, oh, well, I'm here to see my fiance and, you know, my extended family. And then they asked to see my return ticket.
Another delivery on the way? Right. Let's take care of it.
That's
So the
not
usual
it.
stuff then, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't. But it's 4 Americans got, one girl was like a young girl, and they had like a small airport like police officer escort her back to her plane as she had to leave the
The first
country.
brewery was now ready to roll.
Oh, no.
Soon,
So she'd
a
just
creature of the
gotten off a
horde, or
plane,
little snot, would here begin
and
to
then had to
produce
get
the
right back
noble
on a
brew.
plane to America.
Not only was
So
beer
she
essential
wasn't
for
allowed
powerful
in.
horde creatures, it also had a healing effect upon them.
I guess that's always a risk, so.
If only that would work for me.
Yeah, no temperature
Anything
checks,
that
no
increases
nothing.
the
Like,
troops'
they kept
combat
saying, like,
strength
oh, your
is
temperature will be
great.
checked.
Go, creatures! Get yourselves
Yeah, no,
drunk.
the airports I ever over here are doing literally fuck all. Like they have been the entire time, because...
It was nice though. There
Yeah.
was hardly nobody on the plane. I gotta have a whole row to myself. So I
You
could
weren't
s-
nestled up against certain foreigners.
Yeah, I
So.
gotta sleep.
Yeah.
Not sleeping in some fat guy's armpit, yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's the
what I was going
classic.
for.
I hope it's just as nice when I go back. No, there's what 400 350 passenger planes, and there was only like 120 people.
Pretty
Like,
pleasant, yeah.
Oh, it's so incredibly strong.
A lot of adventures.
Yeah. So yeah, Ash, I still need to watch The Last of Us Part 2. It's
I play it.
Well, what I'm gonna do is there's a video that's like the whole game, but just mainly the cutscenes. But it's like even just that edit is 10 hours long or so. So it's gonna be
I watched the first two parts. It's pretty good. So the gameplay is beautiful. The game is beautiful. The gameplay is a little like tedious at points. But I
I
mean,
mean, it's a shooter, a first-person
well, it's not
shooter.
even
So.
that. It's like she was in a military base, and it's like you have to get through the gates, but you have to plug in the gates to get through the gates.
It's got some puzzle elements, basically.
Okay.
But yeah, so we were watching it, and like, so he plays as Ellie for a little bit, and then they introduce Abby.
There are enemies in your
And
dungeon.
there's like no explanation of like who she is. You just see that she's with like a separate group of people, and then like, you know, so you're like, oh, okay.
Then it becomes a
cool.
pro golf game.
Yeah, and then just the bad thing happens just out of nowhere. There's no explanation to why it happened.
Your dungeon
Like,
heart is under attack.
Joel and Tommy were trying to save her because she got in a bad spot, and then she just fucking kills him
There are
out
enemies
of
in your dungeon.
nowhere.
No reason.
And like, yeah, there's like, so you're sitting there, and it's maybe like 10 minutes into the game, maybe 10, 15 minutes into the game, and he dies, and you're just like, what just happened? Why is this happening? Like, what?
Revengeance story, ahoy.
But the thing is, dude, like, if you're playing the game, you have like there's no explanation.
It's a cutscene as well, so there's literally nothing you can do
Yeah,
about it.
so he's like, they save her, she takes him back to her base, and then they just start beating the shit out of him.
Like,
And you're just
So there's
like,
no
starts by a nice graphic
foreshadowing.
kneecapping as well.
yeah,
No,
shot
no
him.
foreshadowing, no
No,
motive.
nothing.
Okay.
They don't tell you.
There's a brief flashback to the end of the last game, I gather, but that's it. That's as much as they do.
But they don't
Hey.
explain who Abby is. Like, you get
Oh.
no information on anything about it. Like, you just play as her. So if you haven't read any of the spoilers, you're like, okay, so I'm playing as this random chick, and I'm playing as Ellie, and you know that's kind of cool. And then that random chick just kills Joel. Like, you'll have to watch it, and you'll see what I mean by like, you're just, if I were playing the game, I'd be like, look, like.
It's kind of foreshadowed that something's gonna happen, but there's no why.
She just says like, "Oh,
Well-
well, I'm gonna find him," and it's like, okay,
Really
well, why
find
are you looking for him? Like, what's your relation to him? Can I get some kind of, some kind of something?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like we finished part 2. There's still no explanation. Like you start playing as Ellie and her little lesbian girlfriend. They also find weed and have lesbian
Oh,
sex.
weed Lamau. Oh,
In the
found
game,
weed.
they also like make Holocaust jokes.
Then push.
Yeah, it's a really nice game that's really badly written, from what I can tell.
Yeah, they make a few
Well-
Holocaust jokes too. They have weed. They have lesbian sex.
This game will, of course, not be
Yeah.
available in the Emirates.
I still adore the whole Bethesda, showing the Pride sport, and then Bethesda Middle East. No. That's great.
Yeah, it's.
I'm really surprised Bethesda even has a Middle East branch, so that's kind of funny.
If people want to buy their games, I don't think they're going to stop them, but.
But yeah, the
Yeah.
Last of Us 2 is very pretty.
I mean,
Except
it's a
for,
modern
like,
game, so I'm
No,
sure.
so
Apart from the
except for
fake
fact
people.
Of when you go into so in the sunlight, very pretty. You can see all the detail they put in the game. But when you're not in like the sun and it's like the shadows, the background looks kind of muddled and like it's not as crisp and clear.
Yeah. Well, as I said, what I'll do is if we are going to do that rant video on it, I will watch it myself and I'll take notes of just. I'm going to just mainly focus on the story rather than the presentation, because I think that's more
Well, the thing is, the
pertinent to a
game
rant video.
is beautiful. It just has a terrible story.
Yeah, so
And PewDiePie
Presentation's
is
not worth
really
talking about
bad
too
at the
much.
game. Like he's not good. At
You know when you're like looting a place when you pick things up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Again, a number of food deliveries were on their way to Burger's End.
Like he'll walk
Naturally,
past.
these would never ever reach their destination.
Yeah. Well, as I said, I'll watch it and I'll get a notepad and I'll just write down some talking point bits. that are
Enjoy your
important.
like 10 to 20 hours of watching him be bad at it.
Yeah.
He only
Well,
has
as
like
I
a
said, probably.
few do-overs.
I don't think. I don't know if I'll watch PewDiePie play. I might just watch like one of those channels like MK that just goes, "Here's the game, no commentary, just watch it," kind of thing. Because that'll give me the clean view of it, kind of.
I understand.
I shall see though. Because PewDiePie is kind of funny, so
Yep.
these days.
Fuck.
Well, go after one, then go after the second.
I'll say wave after wave at the end.
I shall send wave after wave of my own men at them until they reach their kill limits and shut down. Ash, you're being attacked.
What race is being attacked?
Yeah, don't get too close to their like siege camp unless you want to destroy it right now.
Hey,
The all-destroying evil had destroyed one of the
can you call them
deliveries to
siege
Burger's End.
weapons?
They can.
Hmm. If I may make a tactical suggestion, attack their base once you've completed the objective to like stop all their food supplies. Just focus on that.
I mean, the food supplies come in from outside the map.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean, like just
But
don't bother with their buildings, just focus on the
yeah, focus on the
caravans
objectives.
on the road. Yeah. I mean, there probably is a way to also take out their bases while doing this, but I imagine it's difficult
Get to the
to do.
Well, it's
I
just
blocked off the
it's
way.
going down the road. You haven't blocked off the road. The road is still open.
Hey, you! Those goblins are still waiting for you to get off your ass and save them. Now get a move on.
Oh, am I supposed to be saving someone?
Yes.
Where are they?
Okay. So you know that place that you were standing next to for a while? There. But you probably want to deal with the caravan first.
Also, narrator defeats a group.
He's just reminding you because they've, you've just had some prisoners for a while.
The now in a triumphant mood evil had destroyed all the food supplies before they reached Burger's End.
But I didn't.
Well, you have destroyed the car, though, haven't you?
Okay,
Well, all of that
where in
back.
the map is the prisoners?
There, with the exclamation point in the top right corner. You can see their little suits of armor. So I need more evil. More evil.
Unlimited power.
And then I can finish up the dungeon.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Hmm.
That's the big castle. I'm not going to that.
Defend the dungeon heart.
I need to go into the big
No. The one to your right. Yep, that's the one. Now remember, you have a variety of troops at your disposal. So if you use your ranged troops to take out targets before you get to places, that might help you.
Thankful and relieved for the helping hand they received from the massacring evil, the goblins immediately joined its constantly growing army. There are enemies in your dungeon.
Good.
Yeah, I've got enough troops here. I've been getting you some reinforcements.
So we just have the castle.
Your dungeon heart is under attack.
Yep.
It's payday.
Got 2 minutes until more ponies turn up.
To exit.
Yep. Because all the little bits of the map that aren't like grayed out there's stuff that you can go and destroy there. I mean, you've got a minute until you need to redeploy potentially, so I wouldn't go too far.
No, we can't do that because the road's blocked.
You can just go round.
But then that'll take me really far away.
Alright, well. So I need to do some more research to upgrade Talia.
Yeah,
The Tinker's Tinker's machine is hope it's going to help with the efficiency of the place.
Scouts report a number of deliveries on their way to Burger's End. Okay, creatures, don't let anything through.
They're both coming from the top again, so
Shooting from side.
there we go. Pull back 3 of them just so I've got some base defense. Because, you know, not dying is useful.
The all-destroying evil had destroyed one of the deliveries to Burger's End. There were countless spiders pouring out of a room that was accidentally unearthed. Disgusting.
Killing spiders. Dabbing on arachnids. Gar. I'm pretty sure I did kill the spiders.
I wish they would march quicker. Like, that would be very helpful.
You don't like being out in the sun. They're like teenagers or goths.
Ooh.
The highway robbing evil hadn't even let a crumb roll through to Burger's End. Excellent work.
Okay, well, don't let your guys get too near, because
Give your orders.
Right outside. Depends how close it is.
it may be useful to split your forces. Oh look, there's a roadblock here that your things are attacking.
Do you have another healer unit in that army?
There should be 4 of them. But some things can't be healed because undead.
Okay. I guess healers can't heal themselves.
Yeah, healers can't heal themselves or undead, so yeah.
That's some oof.
Quite a big army in the base, Ash, if you can...
Yeah.
No, actually no, it's fine. It looked like there were more of them. They're just really spread out.
Payday.
Oh, I should be okay, yeah. There we go.
Blockade is really just hindering me now.
Yeah. It hinders everybody, so you know. Oh, okay. Well, you are at least corrupting all the areas now, so that should limit where they can bring in reinforcements.
The big green tactical leader.
You have a lot of gold. Like a lot of gold.
It's a good thing, right?
Yeah. I should continue to be amazed at, you know, the fact that things are not cripplingly expensive in the UK.
Oof.
She was like,
Except
okay.
for patch.
It's like, yeah. And it's just like, oh, that lady's shopping's gonna be so expensive. And it's like, yeah, it's like 60 quid. And it's just like, apparently, what was it? You said it'd be 400? Was it the equivalent in the US?
Yeah. Should have a full basket.
Like a trolley, not like a...
Oof.
We were also requested to take a photo in front of the Poundland sign.
Okay. Weird flag, though.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Go on visit to the pound shop.
Oof, get pound. Oh. Was there anything interesting, or did you not bother visiting?
Didn't go in, but...
Yeah. It's usually pretty trashy, because it's like, you know, get a pack of bulbs for £1, and then they don't work after a day or two.
During this pound shop note for DME is pretty good.
Okay.
I wanted a pound shop last time I was here. I was just feeling really sick and I wanted chips and little like solid.
So we got crisps.
Did you get a sausage roll?
They don't have sausage rolls.
No. Well, not the pound shop, but like in general.
More deliveries on their way? Right. Let's take care of them.
Holy guacamole.
Okay, so I'm going to suggest... I'm going to take some of your forces.
Okay, none of them went into the thing, that's good.
What can I do for you?
Alright, she can get some healing.
What can I do for you?
Well, if you bring your forces over here, then most of them come up the same road area. So if you can block this junction by the little burning house where like everything intersects, that should be relatively easy. And you keep all your force that needs healing together. You can just use the demons as scouts. Yep. Because if the demons die, they respawn. But if your horde boys die, they don't.
Delivery to Burger's End spontaneously burst into flame.
So if you hold that approximate position, Ash, they'll have to go past you, and if you go and strike at them first, that should save some time. And if you press F2, it pulls them all together. So that's
The
thing.
destructive evil's armies had destroyed one of the deliveries.
Okay. Well,
I just hit attack.
well, I guess that guy's just gonna wander away then. Yep. So you still got this guy selected, so you need to... Never mind, doesn't matter now. So what you can do is just use the mouse drag select, like most games.
Payday. Enemies have entered the dungeon. The now in a triumphant mood evil had destroyed all the food supplies before they reached Burger's End.
Cool. So make sure you've corrupted all of the nearby area and all should be well. Yep, so you got top right corner, there's one in the middle.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Yes. Ah, it should be alright. No, we should be okay. Okay. We're just kind of being efficient and dull. It's an easy way of listening to the news without having to put in much effort.
I've been showing him TikToks of the animals. She doesn't understand.
As long as I can have at least a goblin back to maintain the place. I should be set.
Uh-oh, a spider nest has been unearthed.
This is the biggest my army has been so far.
Yep, you've got 26 in theory. 24 in reality.
I like the music's like, and then you go back over to my army and it's like,
Yep, it's got different music for the different level of evil that is in the area.
okay, I think that is everything but the big spooky castle.
Okay,
Or the big good castle.
so you've got 20 seconds and then you'll know where they're coming from.
Castle good. I remembered it once. I hated it.
Scouts inform the highway robbing evil of a number of deliveries on their way to Burger's End.
You've missed a Naga.
Aha, the roaring evil thought.
I'm gonna have to go back home.
Right, I'm going to send the demons to go back that way if you want to go forwards and deal with the others again. Because you can use the exact same tactic as before. Please reselect your troops. Yep, not with F2.
A delivery to Burger's End spontaneously burst into
Okay,
flame.
so when you are
Okay,
using the
actually
F2
more
to
because
select them
the
all,
grandiose
it
evil
selects all the ones that I'm trying to control as well, and they just wander off mid-fight.
Payday.
I didn't know there was another way to select them.
Okay, so you know how normally in most games you can hold down left click and do that?
No,
What can I do
haven't
for
played
you?
many games like this.
Really? Okay, well that's a thing that you can do. Okay, well... You know how you still hadn't done it?
I didn't.
It's fine, all the demons are gonna have to get respawned.
Did that horse get killed?
No, only the one horse so far, and there's 2 left. In theory you'd only need to kill one of them, but if you kill the other as well...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Enemies have entered the dungeon. The destructive evil's armies had destroyed one of the deliveries. Burger's End
Oh.
was doomed. The feasting evil's armies had laid low the last of the defenders, and now rampaged through the city, plundering and burning as they went.
I thought we would still have to go and attack the town. Oh well.
Let them burn.
Huh.
Okay, somehow that was extremely evil. I mean, I haven't forgotten that bit about the Dark Elf fingers, but maybe we could have gone about things differently? Just shut up and look at the fire.
Talia sat and surveyed the heartwarming scene. Every now and then one could still hear some screaming in the distance, but they soon ebbed, and there was no sound except the crackling of the fire. Well, aside from the roaring of the vile evil creatures, of course. Once the plundering and
Sorry
arson
for
had gone
rustling.
on long enough, the
I'm eating fruit
hinterland
pastels
conquering
because I'm a
evil's
child. Continue. Oh, the average is only 6 doors built. Damn.
Everything has an end. It was time. After her training, Talia was now ready to face Tanos in the crossing. Followed by Tanos, the heavy-handed evil's army moved further towards their actual goal. But for that, it would require a ship.
There you go, re-invited you.
The doggo starts still scratching to the point where he's ripping his hair out.
Hmm. Hopefully he'll calm down.
I have to take him to that and get back. It's like network connected.
It's not my end. You may need to restart your game again. Seems to keep doing this. Considering we are on the same connection. To the point of, if I had a spare port, we could literally just have an Ethernet cable. So I hope you're having a nice time, chat. Stein asks, how has the trip been so far?
It's been good. You know you can just figure out too.
I know, but you're the one who's tripping.
The one is not perfect.
Yep.
It's been good. It's been nice. The weather's nice. I will be with this handsome man.
You can only get up to level 10? Oh, cool. I should play some skirmish mode on here sometime. I'd be terrible at it.
Talia and the truly offensive evil's armies continued marauding and running through the fields of wheat. Somewhere behind them, Tanos picked up their trail, but he had no inkling of the corrupting evil's true destination, Termite Island. A fleet would be needed to
My
get
face
to
when
Termite
dabbing
Island,
on Theresa
and
May is in
as
the game.
Everyone knew the two left hands evil and its creatures were not exactly gifted shipbuilders. And so it was that the horde stood before the gates of fantastic Lakesville. The inhabitants of Lakesville worshipped the sun and had even erected a number of temples that captured the sunlight. The light they collected strengthened the inhabitants of Lakesville in a truly unpleasant manner, which made them dangerous opponents indeed. On top of that, sunshine made them a little over the top in the gung-ho department. A number of battle-hungry troops had already rushed out to head for the dungeon.
We're going to be attacked straight off the bat, apparently.
What? Alert! Come, creatures of evil, prepare to defend against intruders! Beat them, break their legs, pick their noses! Sit down in a circle? Just shut it! Tear out their arms, twist their necks,
Yeah.
give them wedgies!
Pick your nose.
Battle began in the underground. Meanwhile, the heroes on the surface continued to bathe in the sunlight.
It's getting to be about time for night to fall.
What? Night? Oh, okay. Night slowly fell over Lakesville as the sun
Presume
sank
you
and
want the last
finally
mission
disappeared.
since I was away.
The sun praisers of
Yep.
Lakesville shivered a little as they were used to sizzling.
Ash destroyed the last pony, and apparently we took the city, and I didn't, you know, I forgot that that happened.
In a cutscene, you
Yeah.
took the city.
Nice.
Nice.
Only a few heroes were
So we
still
need
on
to
their
win.
feet.
You followed the art of war and destroyed
Excellent.
the just
Finally, this
To win, but never
narrator
fight.
does something useful for a change.
Ungrateful lot. Fine then. Heh. The night wouldn't last forever though, and daybreak was approaching fast. It seems the days just flew by in Lakesville. Must be all that fresh sea air. Night was falling.
So I have to try to kill them while they're sleeping.
We should take advantage of the opportunity and attack them now, while they're all asleep. That would be unwise. I would suggest something else. Ugh, what now? Do you want to talk things out again? Or do you have some other hippie hogwash you want to share? No, not this time. I wanted to suggest that we focus on defending the dungeon and build a few defenses. Otherwise, they'll overrun us at daybreak. Huh. That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Should I go out right
But
now?
attack is the best defense.
Oh. I've not played this mission in ages, so...
Drop me on the enemy.
I'll go. I'll see how it is.
Right.
Well, there's a place right next to the base, so...
This entrance seemed to be buried. The work-shy evil decided it wasn't worth the effort and just passed on by.
That is...
Really tough.
In order to be able to defeat Lakesville's daylight active heroes, the hard-hearted evil would have to use the lecture hall. There, scrolls could be examined, which would make things already researched even better.
Sounds pretty damn sensible to me. We could use all the help we can get against these sunbathing goody two-shoes.
Even though the heroes of Lakesville were indeed getting their beauty sleep, it was doubtful that they would sleep through any violence directed their way. And it was also likely that the destruction of any buildings or the like would make a perfect alarm clock.
Right then, just hit them hard enough and they'll close their little eyes again. Oh, you are so evil. I know. Thanks for the compliment.
This dungeon layout bothers me.
A room has been excavated in the underground.
No, I was just using the little windmill flail thing.
It's payday.
So, I need to make the barracks bigger.
Place this down.
Cool. Just we've got 8 minutes of night
Digging in
left.
the dungeon had paid off, for the truffle pig evil's little snots had found a scroll. Now it only needed to be
I
taken
presume
to a
when the
lecture hall,
daylight hits,
so
you
it
have
could
to
be
head back downstairs and then wait
As
until
the
night
heroes are
comes in.
supercharged during the day, yes.
Yeah. I like the idea that you expand by mining through the walls and creating more space.
Yep. Didn't play any games like this when I was younger, but I knew of them and they looked interesting. I think it was
Yeah.
one of those, didn't know how to acquire such things and or didn't have opportunity
A
to
new
acquire
room
such
had been
things.
discovered in the dungeon.
Because back
Oh,
before
so-
Tinterweb, when you could just, go online and go, oh, I want to get this video game, clickety clickety click, oh look, I've got this video game.
Yeah, it was more difficult back in the day in a lot of ways because unless you knew about a game from friends or magazines or being in the know, it was difficult to know what you'd like to play kind of thing.
Yep.
And a lot of people honestly just played games that their friends were playing at the time. Not why
That's what people do.
the Call of Duties and all that stuff became a big thing back in the day, and
I
Halo and
used
all
to read Game Informer magazine.
that.
It was a gaming magazine that they used to give out at the local GameStop, and it would tell you what games were coming out, and it was the only way to know was go to like the bookstore and check out the gaming magazines.
Yeah. They used to have demo discs as well, which
Yep.
was a neat thing. But
Oh yeah, they used to
that
have
is no longer.
a magazine called Anime USA, and it would come with like a demo disc of all the new animes coming out, so it showed like the first episode or the first like 15 minutes of the first episode. It's pretty cool.
Yep. Things were nice and wholesome back in the day for microtransactions, review bombing, and journalists.
I forgot about ethics
All
and
that
games
cringe.
journalism.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, games journalism was always kind of corrupt, but it wasn't as blatant, I think, as it is.
Yeah, if your corruption is subtle, people won't care. But when it's just
Yeah.
obvious, people can be like, could you not?
Alstein has the first Xbox demo disc, so
Oh.
ancient history of the game.
People sleeping with their gates up. Ah. Like someone's gonna break in or something. Or come loot your village and put
War is unstoppable!
The big snake.
Yeah, my apologies.
They have a cannon tower, that.
Yeah, and it's gonna fuck those guys up, Ash.
What? Let's see. Mine says Dead or Alive 3 was the dev.
Ah. That's not the beach volleyball game, right?
But Dead or Alive 3 was debutile graphics the day before. I
Use the adult video game volleyball.
think it was just a fighter originally, and then they did like
Yeah.
a spin-off with the beach volleyball.
Should I try to practice last phase before they move their primary ball?
Might as well.
Oh, those creepy spiders all around. Even goblins know not to fuck with spiders.
Yeah, it's got a lot of the map. You know,
Well,
Payday. The darkness-loving evil's armies had reached one of the sun temples that made Lakesville's heroes so powerful.
That thing has to be destroyed.
I
Right,
would say you
everybody.
don't have the army left
Sunblock
for it.
on, and let's get to it.
what is it wanting me to do?
Those are
Destroy the temple, but you've got 2 minutes and like 4 guys.
yeah, I would retreat. Especially because there's two cannon towers. So that's
Yeah, you're gonna need some durable boys.
Which are probably orcs, I imagine.
Yeah. Orcs, 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 orcs. He's all gonna die. This one belongs to the orcs.
I do kind of want them to do a new 40k RTS, or at least some kind of strategy thing.
Oh, I can't pick up the gold.
You know, a nice and modern one, but I don't know who would be up for doing that.
I don't know.
I guess if there's money, then they'll do it, but...
The sun would soon be rising.
Because, I mean, Total Warhammer's quite successful. It's good for
I like the map.
Your creatures have inadvertently dug into a dragon's nest.
Yeah, along with most of your remaining orcs. Considering I had 2 orcs here, the fact that they're all dead is... Spider nest.
They're not supposed to come from the spiders.
No, but the fact that you've killed more things than you started with is...
I'm sorry. Look how much I've conquered, okay? It's not like they're easy just
It
because
was
they're
morning.
sleeping.
Hey, listen. Does anyone else hear a strange scraping sound? Like the sound of someone digging through stone? I mean, aside from us, of course. Yeah, I hear it too. Which kind of makes sense, seeing as how we share a body. Yeah. Maybe it's termites or something like that? Termites in stone. So, like, stone termites?
I need to go up.
Nonsense.
no.
Oh well, it is a fantasy world, so who
daylight,
knows what
they're gonna
kind
be
of
super powered.
absurdities the writers will
We
think
just
up.
need to
Stone
defend the
termites
dungeon.
sounded interesting. However, the explanation was much more banal, as some heroes were digging another entrance to the totally caught by surprise Eagle's dungeon.
What? Someone's tunneling through to us? Damn! Stop them!
The excavation site was accessible from the overworld. It became advisable to pay those troops a little visit to
Oh
discourage
no,
them
the
from their
Deathcore
endeavors.
Krieg are
Permanently. Just
counterattacking.
to say, axe in the head.
And stay down!
How fucking tough are these drakes, damn.
Ow!
Alright. That difficulty ramp is very steep, apparently. Fuck. Well, we just need to try and defend the base from all the things that are going to attack us with the no money that we have.
Heroes are destroying your rooms.
What? Where?
Ow!
We also get hurt by the traps.
I don't think so.
We have a lot of food we dug up.
Yeah, it's more that we just need the snots available to do it. And right. So I've not got any more construction projects for a bit.
Payday. Enemies have entered the dungeon.
So you want to try and reduce the... Because that's the thing, we don't need to dig out individual pockets of gold, that's not going to help us. We need to have snots mining out gold veins, because that's much more efficient. Also, if we have extra tunnels open up, it means the heroes can get around inside the dungeon without, you know, us wanting them to.
I don't think for them to dig over by the...
Also, if you right click on this, spinny boy ash, so we have loads of evil. Just need to get cash now. So,
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Death to all that is good.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
How did they find our dungeon?
it's not very hidden.
Everything evil comes from above.
Yeah, if you keep them in the guard room, they'll defend the place. Got some cash. Get some more goblins. All the things are in weird shapes because they pre-built a bunch of the dungeon and it doesn't make any sense.
I'm upset. Stop.
There are enemies in your dungeon. Hear that suspicious rumbling and the cheering?
What's that?
Those are the heroes who actually managed to clear the entrance to the dungeon and will now be attacking more frequently. Yes, I'm sure your stuttering and stammering is going to stop them. Your dungeon heart is under attack.
Right, so we're getting the brewery together, we've got the barracks upgraded, we've got a bigger workshop, and we've got the guard room. We've got the demon pit, the demon food pit. What we could probably benefit from is more goblins.
Enemies have entered the dungeon. There are enemies in your dungeon.
Good.
Defend the dungeon heart.
Ah, shit. Oh my god, my good goblin died. Oh no, no, you just picked him up, never mind.
Evil is unstoppable!
Really bad place for there to be an entrance.
Yeah.
The dungeon heart is being attacked. Soon, it would be nice.
Not at the moment, no. I mean, we can, but it'll also mean that we'll have to be more careful with troop distribution and what have you. Yeah, I'm just trying to get everything up to standard. As this side is pretty well covered. The other side much less so. Don't have access to that, so I'll use this space here.
The sun had completely set. It was now dark.
Right, we shouldn't get raided for a while. If you want to take out the troops. I don't believe they're feds, but
Yeah, I need to take out the sun first.
yep,
Which are those.
the big glowy boys with the exclamation points. The middle right one is one of them. They've all got little flags on them, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they should be findable anyway. Basically, if the land is grey, it's fine. If it's not grey, bad.
These are a couple of the Ironhides I sent to scout around. They've been captured. We should free them. Then I can punish them for failing.
Great plan. Although it looks like those guards are full to the eyebrows with caffeine. None of them are going to be sleeping tonight.
Excuse me.
Paths are paths.
So you're not gonna save those orcs?
Oh, I said that they.
Well, you said they're just not gonna go to sleep. So they'll be difficult, but not, you know, impossible.
The all-crushing evil simply plowed right through the Ironhide's weedy guards. Thoroughly impressed, they happily joined the evilest of all evil's army.
Simply let themselves be captured. Losers.
Saying something like that now is rather amusing, considering that in the future... Ah, but I digress. On we go.
What's gonna happen?
Now these guys don't contribute to our unit cap, so that is useful for now. However, if they die, they're gone. So try not to get them killed.
The excavation-crazy evil had uncovered an underground room containing a scroll. This needed to be taken to a lecture hall.
You pick them up one by
as
one.
possible.
No, I don't have any at the moment, so...
Do you want to leave one of the big guys inside?
Nah, that's right, I'm gonna get some soon. I try and keep the numbers tidy, because... tidy. So I've made the way in at the back quite longer, so that should reduce the likelihood of anyone getting through there. Right, what else do I need to do?
The second Sun Temple must be close by. Those guards over there are probably not just standing around for nothing. Then again, you never know with these heroes. They're not exactly famous for their intelligence.
Yeah, generally if you just dump your troops in an area, they'll attack things if they're in a court. Oh no, just tried to contribute to the lack of conversation. So you want to heal up before you go in there. If they've got cannon tower, they'll fuck you guys right up. Conversely, you could leave the cannon towers alone for a bit and just take out the rest of the stuff that's easier.
Both temples are still standing? What the devil have you been doing? You can't solve this diplomatically. Go on, get a move on and tear the stupid thing down.
God. He's so bossy.
Ooh.
And the narrator of the video game talks shit to you.
I mean, the Ironhide's got like 500 hit points missing, but otherwise, yeah. He's being healed now. Toguk.
Yeah.
Also, Zarbunk is getting healed as well. That'll give you your best chance to, you know, not die.
Also, I've been playing with Spob's hair a lot. It's been put in various different hairstyles. Because
I am a pretty princess.
he has lots of hair, and he has very nice hair. And yes, he is the prettiest of princesses. Don't judge him.
Zash destroyed those temples, yeah, while I've been away.
Nope.
Have I destroyed what?
Nah, she's not destroyed the temples.
I'm going.
The world won't burn itself down. You gotta help it. Horde, wow. I like how it combined two lines from two different sayings. Just for that different.
So, you know how I was saying you'd probably want a bigger army before you tried to take this thing out?
No, you didn't say that. You said I could take them out.
Oh.
And
I
then
said take out the smaller ones.
Well,
which ones?
Right, so you know, like, literally
I know,
everywhere
my God,
else
the
that
guy was
isn't
telling
a
me to take out this thing. You said I should be able to, and I can ignore them.
I don't remember that being what I said, but...
It's exactly what you said.
Alright.
Payday.
It is on video recording.
Okay.
Said you should be fine to take those guys out once you heal. You can just avoid the cannons.
What?
That's what you said.
I don't think I would have said you can just avoid
You
the
can say
cannons.
they'll destroy
And by-
everything else without destroying the cannons.
No, I'm pretty sure I said to the effect of the cannons will destroy you.
Nope, that's not what you said.
Okay. That's fine. It's not like we needed all those orcs anyway.
bro.
I will punch you.
Everyone got memed on.
It's not like I was trying to kill them.
Okay, yeah, so the narrator told you to do it, okay. The narrator told you to jump off a cliff.
Yeah, the narrator is kind of an asshole, to be fair.
It's fine.
Just build a new, better army.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll just, you know, maybe find some more imprisoned orcs that we can add to our forces.
Oh, so you can't just grow them, you have to like...
Well, we got some bonus ones that didn't count towards our unit cap. Because have you played Soulstorms 2?
Yeah.
I think it's in a few of the other ones, but I know on Soulstorm, when you're attacking the Dark Eldar base, they have prisoners that you can let out.
Yeah.
They don't count towards your unit cap, because they're like garrison troops.
Alright, okay.
So, as long as you can keep those guys alive, you can have a much bigger army than you normally could.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty neat. Don't the Honor Guard count again? Don't count
No,
against
the
unit
Honor
cap,
Guard do
do
not.
they?
So basically they are the Honor Guard troops.
Yeah. I remember the Honor Guard being quite useful in that game.
I mean, you still got 2 of your Ironhides. I mean, 2 is, you know, not terrible.
Still got a force, at least, there.
Yeah.
Just needs to be beefed up a bit.
It was morning.
I was just doing what Scott said.
I'm not actually sure if these guys add to the unit cap, because we've still got like 12, and we have 12, so oh no, maybe they did add to the unit cap and I'm just being like retarded.
Damn.
I do not know. Okay, so we've got plenty of gold mines, we've got a massive chicken farm, got a brewery, got more gold than we can eat.
It's daytime now though, so you cannot attack.
Yep, but it's daytime, which means we'll get more cool stuff for our, like, crypts and whatever.
Just wag for your crypt.
Right, I need to get a bigger, big brain room.
Research.
Yep. In theory, you can just chuck these in anywhere because they don't need much space, but they also need to be vaguely well protected, lest ye, you know, have your cool things looted. Having your cool things looted is not cool. So we have a load of resources built up.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Do you have any special units that would take less damage from the tower?
Not really, other than the
Like
big
wraiths or
orcs.
something? Okay.
But we also have some ranged units that could, you know, just plink at it.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
I was just thinking in case you had ghosts or something.
The thrash is broken down and will need repairing, but it's yeeted a load of these guys.
Oof, and that's
Yeah.
free XP.
It's free real estate. And there's more coming in from over here. I'm going to use the thrasher on them, then I'm going to pull the troops in to deal with them. Meteor storm. And the thrasher
Bruh.
again, just for good measure.
Get meme done. There you go.
Yeet. Get dabbed on.
It's payday.
I might pick this up just for the lulz, honestly. It's kinda
I got it
fun.
off Kingwin for like £3.
Yeah, well, I saw it on
'Cause
the
it's
grey
£30.
market for £2. So,
Yeah.
yeah. It is 2 years old, so
Yeah, it's
so
£30 at the moment. But you know, it's a good long game. You know, you have several days worth of playing the campaign, unless you're like super speed.
Super
But,
speed run the game, yeah. It's a nice hybrid of like call it an RTS style kind of Warcraft Blizzardy thing, but with management as well of your base or whatever settlement.
Yep.
A little bit in-depth management, which is kind of like you have to rest your troops and
Yep.
manage their recruitment and stuff and their amenities.
We are being attacked. I just killed them all.
Our base is being attacked. What is that creepy thing there by the mouth? Is that the sea creatures?
There are enemies in your
Oh.
dungeon.
Yeah, that.
There are enemies in the donjon. So, it's watching too many Shadowverse videos.
Alright. That reminds me, I think he did a video talking about dungeons and how realistic they are.
Yep,
Which I need
the
to rewatch at
donjon,
some
the
point.
Great Tower, being the
Who did that?
me
Why did
Your
you do
dungeon
that?
heart is under
magic.
Can I do
Yeah.
that?
Well,
Yes.
Shit.
I've got this dead guy. By his leg.
Cool.
What do we do with the dead people? They just kind of stay in our dungeon?
Yeah, we can use them for stuff occasionally.
Distress?
How do you think we have zombies?
Bring out your dead.
Donk. Bring out your dead. Donk.
There you go. I'm not dead.
Getting better.
Take
Oh.
him. Take him with you. There's maybe pile of dead bodies.
Sorry, I enjoy that cover of Let the Bodies Hit the Floor combined with popcorn. So we got plenty of zombie, we got plenty of mana. We could probably get more mana actually. I need more gribbly boys. If I can get them teleporters, that will
enemies in
help.
your dungeon.
think they're in the dungeon.
Oof. A demon just got yeeted. Yeah. They'll automatically attack when they're set to the guard room.
They're actually
Yeah, it's currently offline. It needs repairs. I think. Yeah, it needs to be repaired. Because the traps all have a certain amount of uses before they need to be replaced.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Oh no, not the cookies! The dungeon is
I did. Zombies aren't very good. However, there's lots of them and they're free.
the novices are bitches.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is I always keep the horde units in the guard room, and then all the rest of the units can go wherever they will. As the horde units need to, be alive to be alive, but everyone else is renewable-ish. Oh, they came back. Rude.
One rock, paper, scissors.
Why was there a goblin there? Like, all the goblins are in the guard room. Oh.
Defend the dungeon heart.
That goblin's nearly dead. No!
Oof.
Okay, it was just his armor got destroyed.
I will say one thing, the cars in the games sound like shit.
No, a lot of the people who drive round my neighbourhood sound like shit.
Cars they drive.
Yeah, because everyone has the I'm going to drive at the maximum revs with as much wheel spin as possible in a 20 near a school. 2 schools actually. So yeah, you know, that's fun.
It's also because apparently a lot of people in Skog's neighborhood have the modified exhausts, so they can be like,
make it go
oh
brrr."
my car's so loud, mate. Fucking hell.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Rather cringe.
It would soon be night.
Walking through the church, start feeling nothing.
Yeah. Kind of feel like the guard room doesn't really, you know, work as intended.
But if you need
For what? Yeah, it should encourage the ones nearby.
Days like these are hard on the nerves. We'd be better off concentrating on the defenses for now.
That sounded like a great plan.
Excuse
Yet
me?
the underground wasn't necessarily safe. Maybe those sneaky little heroes still had an ace up their sleeves.
And just what is that supposed to mean? Do you always have to be so vague?
Of course, this is the bit where I ramp up the excitement. I mean, how boring would it be if I were just to reveal everything right now?
Extremely unboring.
Just go with it.
So, the dungeon is pretty much complete from what I can do at the moment.
It's all up to Ash and her fearsome armies.
Yep, and me to maintain the economy that keeps her war machine going.
Oh, it's nighttime?
Yep.
That's Jason. Like I say, for a picture of a bathtub,
It's a shower.
you're showering, so
Yeah, I'm trying to seal up some of the tiles because they've cracked, but I can't get any grout at the moment unless it's a really big tub. And I don't need a really big tub.
It's a little tub.
Yep. Well, so you can get like basically a litre of like paste, and I don't need that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, I need like a little 100-gram tub or whatever, not like a 500.
Type online and see if a shop stocks.
I was saying, I could get it online. It's just I know places nearby sell it. They just don't have it in small quantities at the moment.
Oof. The snake. Hi, Swift. Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of meme names. Because haha funny.
Funny meme.
So we've got plenty of demonic stuff. We've got a big library with which to store scrolls. We've got barracks that's got a suspicious amount of space in it. We've got huge amount of brewery space. We got spare rooms as far as the eye can see if you're not looking very hard.
I didn't tell you how to attack that. Don't attack that, please. Small lizard.
So now we've got a bunch of undead, it should be much easier to attack bigger targets as you've got more squish. Okay. Here come the quad bikes.
Oh, hey!
The inhabitants of Lakesville continued to enjoy the sun temples that made them extra powerful during the day. It seemed a damn good idea to destroy them.
Frog told me not to destroy them.
Yeah, because your army wasn't strong enough, and then you did try and attack it, and then they all died. Shame we can't get the arena to train them. So the barrack is looking alright, the lecture hall is progressing. Not quite sure why the lecture hall is part of the demonic tree, but never mind. Right. So, researching for more creatures so we can maximize the army of evil.
Oh god. Retreat. Please. This has way too many good cute pizza.
Yeah, you want to use your ranged troops to pull their fighters out, and then use your melee troops to kill them. Alright.
So I've got this big area, the Sun Temple, and then another area.
Okay.
So all of the areas I have are really big. To conquer.
All your guys are mostly really hurt as well, and you're standing next to a
I'm
hostile building to heal.
I didn't mean to click right there. Trying to click that close to please.
Alright, just be mindful of your surroundings.
Don't appreciate everything trying to tell me.
I mean, you started it.
Oof.
There you go. All is pleasant in the world. The goblins are doing their thing. The turkeys are existing still. There is a massive pile of kegs in the brewery. The nerds doing their thing. There's beds. Sounds pretty wholesome.
Yep.
I'm
The
gonna...
first Sun Temple was destroyed, bursting into thousands of particles. I mean pieces. Sorry about that.
That'll teach those worms. What will it teach them? Not to... that... oh, stop asking such stupid questions. Split personality me. We have to take out that second temple. Oh, but the sun is so beautiful and wonderful and good and warm and... Ah, stop it! All that revolting do-gooder drivel leaves a disgusting taste in my mouth.
So I'm going to make the Tinker's Cave much bigger. And that will hopefully help. Yeah, second tinkering... yeah, toolbox machine. Remember the word eventually.
Yeet.
So you've killed 51 of 128 defenders. And breaking their temple will make it much easier.
The Lakesville heroes continue to praise the sun at their ridiculous temples.
You didn't lose any horde creatures by the look of it.
Ensured that the heroes' attacks were much more powerful. The sun would soon be rising.
So incredibly strong.
So I think I've got all the research apart from the unlimited ones and Dahlia's ones. So that's good. What big brain things can we do to make Nagas better? That'll do.
I presume snakes can wear armor.
Alright, let's shoot that culvert after a shooting at a block party.
Wow. Such a... if only there was some kind of peacekeeping organisation within the government to, you know, prevent these things happening, or at least, you know, reduce their effects.
It was daybreak.
Right then. So now we just play the waiting game, and hopefully everything goes well.
Wait.
As the orcs then return to the dungeon are helping make traps. The traps will then keep the heroes dead, and that's always useful. Because we have no need for heroes in this place. Now, I want to see how this works. Gonna... oh, alright.
For evil.
Silly Talia. Gonna wait till it gets already close, then Windmill of Death. Wow. Remember when everyone was concerned about coronavirus and was staying inside on pain of, you know, arrest?
Well,
Good times.
Damn Americans.
Kind of wondering what to do at this point.
I'll wait for General Ash to do the battle, I guess.
We got 9 minutes,
There
unless you
are
want to attack
enemies
him
in
during
your
the day.
dungeon.
Well, we can watch the Flammenwerfer. Flammenwerf? And when they get close enough. Alright then. Yep. I was going to save it till they were all in the room with it, so it hit all of them.
It's payday.
I think I dies a lot. Let's get some. What research can I get for those?
What, guys?
The regular demons.
Bless you.
So I've currently got the undead in the guard room because, you know, they works. I'm gonna make a second guard room over here
Why is everybody going into the treasure room?
because I want to get paid.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Yeah, they do. You think these monsters work for free? No?
Ouch! Ouch! Ha 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 ha!
Hello.
Sure showed him.
At all.
Hello.
Currently working on a art piece
To the
thing
heroes!
Sounds good.
for that weekly challenge thing that Leon and Penny are doing.
Sounds
And
good.
everyone else.
It's the lady in the gas
And everyone
mask,
else is free to join. Yeah.
right? Sounds fun.
I don't know. Making mine a little different, but you know, same.
Yeah. Sounds good. There's just an orc in here just coming in and drinking most of the supply.
Sounds like an orc.
Just orc things.
Hey, yeah, I know it's grow.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
So you streaming?
Yep.
Hmm.
That demon just got one-shotted. No. Oh, okay.
Be back in a minute.
Understandable. Well, it'll be nightfall soon, then Ash can go out and,
Village.
yep,
Murder the women and children.
in Minecraft. Or in this case, Dungeon Street. I need to save up some crates next time there is some, to make more traps and trap machines.
It's your boy.
Charlotte.
Should I say
Yes.
evil small child?
Heyday.
Called me shorts, dude.
Oh. How dare he? Damn.
I can see that she is going to have to rise to that challenge.
I've posted a proper picture of the height difference between me and Skog since I didn't get one last time.
Well, I continue to do research to make the traps more efficient.
Yeah, a little off topic, but Han, I'm playing Balthasar Gelt, the Reading Lord. Wow. I didn't know he had an actual like Vietnam speech in the game, like for
Yeah,
quests.
it's weird.
Like apparently that's legit as well. He just says. I think Creative Assembly have a little bit of a sort of a meme shitposty side to them at times.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because apparently you can nuke the wood elf tree as the Skaven and it just ends up irradiated on the map as well.
Oh yeah. It makes the Skaven so fun to play.
I just wish Chaos were
It
good
would
in this
soon
game.
be night.
This.
When Chaos is the worst faction, not good.
This one belongs to the orcs. Yeah, I was going to sort them out before you took them all.
I was looked away for 5 seconds, but I need to put on not 200%.
Oof.
I'm trying to figure out how to get to this base. One in the corner, that one.
The moon had risen. It was night.
Go around.
Halfway to I guess, like, go out the other base?
Who do you want, Dad?
If I click on it, will they just go there?
Yeah, just keep an eye on where they're going.
You have to go.
To there.
Huh?
To there. I'm just watching them. Okay, they're going to attack the gate. Possibly. So you've got a big enough horde now.
Still standing? What the devil have you been doing? You can't solve this diplomatically. Go on, get a move on and tear the stupid thing down.
There we go.
General Ash's forces are doing quite well.
Right, pull back, heal up a bit, and then attack the other tower.
The shadow didn't come back.
Yeah, they're shadows, they're magical entities. Right, now demons don't need to heal, so you can use demons as shock troops essentially. Because I'm bored, I ran out of stuff to do in the base.
You're gonna take over my job?
I just want to use the demons. Yeah, see the demons, they might die, but they don't die permanently. So you can just yeet them into things. And now the tower is almost destroyed and you've not had any, you know, mammalian losses.
Hey, I don't tell you how to do your job.
No, but you want me to help you with playing. Tap's head.
I've been playing by myself.
I know, and I'm trying to be helping. So Talia is nearly at maximum level.
Payday.
There's now a bunch more magic available to you as well if you want to try them. Cool.
It's front door.
Yeah. If it wasn't, it'd be a pretty shit door. They have a siege tower, so you want to make sure your guys are up to a good amount of health. could wait until it was big and powerful. I guess.
I'm not taking out the 2 big parts. I'm gonna have to sit at one right here. That shouldn't be too difficult.
No. Should be a walk in a small park. Right, so we've got plenty of stuff built up again with which to yeah. I have 2 different mattresses on my bed because there was a spare one. And the spare one is much thinner. So it's not big enough to be a mattress on its own, essentially, but...
The mattress soft, right?
It's not even that, it's just like a futon mattress, basically. So it's a nice extra...
Is this a new one you ordered?
No, it was in one of the houses, because one of the tenants had replaced their one, apparently, and then left it, and it was just like, yeah, this ain't a mattress on its own.
I thought you were gonna order a whole new mattress.
I was going to, and then this one was there, and I was like, yeah, alright.
You can ask to buy a new mattress.
I mean,
Okay. We got Big Castle and the last Tower of Light.
okay.
Do you think I can take it?
I mean, it's night time. You have a bunch of reinforcements now, so. Do you want to take out this one right here?
What do I do?
Both temples are still standing? What the devil have you been doing? You can't solve this diplomatically. Go on, get a move on and tear the stupid thing down.
The torch chamber.
Yeah, you can get that later on for when you capture heroes.
Oof.
You can imprison them and wait for them to die, which gives you evil. And then you can also get the torture chamber, so you can torture them and make them on your side.
Oh,
Good times.
okay. That sounds very Cold War-esque, but yeah.
Yep. Get a succubus to just, you know,
You
be
give them
kinky
the
out them,
suck
essentially.
until- yeah.
I'm going to discontinue this treasure room as it's no longer directly connected to treasure.
The Sun Temples were destroyed.
Hey.
A wailing and weeping could be heard echoing down the streets of Lakesville, for hard times loomed before the Sunveilers. Of course, they had a completely different set of problems, for soon the sun-hating evil's army would be at their gates.
And that's the way it looks, son. Even when I was a good Dark Elf, I hated that thing. Disgusting. I wish I could contradict you, but we Dark Elves really aren't suited to long stays in the sun. Unless we use a protection factor that would even work for a vampire. Yeah, but they always buy it all up. Damn vampires.
Damn on the vampires. So there's one outpost left and then the town. Should be simple enough. I'm just going to take this single demon to go and get a book that is on the ground.
If I'm going for the outpost, I have to go for the town.
I mean, the outpost is before the town.
It's right outside.
It's right outside, yeah, but...
I'm gonna get it's that tent. Right
Yeah.
next to me.
I know. I'll say, I'm going to take the demon to get the book. And then, I do guess you might want to take them back inside for the day, or we can just be like, nah, fuck it, they've not got sun temples, and dab on them. The deaded
Sunrise
things
approached.
have not yet, no. There we go. And they got a tower.
Two towers.
Well, destroy the tent first if you can.
Then retreat.
Okay. Just use your demons to break the towers then. The demons can destroy the towers slowly, and then,
No, that's what I did with the last one.
Dawn was breaking.
yep,
How do you lose a baby?
what? I don't fucking know.
Right, back to base.
No, you should be fine. Remember, they've not got the sun temples anymore, so they don't have the buff.
Oh, hey!
They're still strong, just not as strong. Now, let's use some magic on these fools.
Evil is unstoppable! I will destroy this land.
So we just have to get into the town. That's it.
Yep, best to wait till you've got some reinforcement. And get all your guys healed. Should be nice and easy.
You have the perfect economy and there's nothing left to do.
I mean, there's research I can be doing, but done of all of that, done all that, done all that. I guess I can make a bigger library. I've got 9 grand I can't do much else with. Yeah, once your treasury fills up enough, you know, you kind of can't do much more with it.
Yeah, just upgrade the troops as best you can.
Yarp.
Swash has the best tools for the job.
Yep. I think it's one of the first times I've actually just researched everything, pretty much. Right, your reinforcements have arrived. Shy of an orc and goblin. You should be good to go.
I
No
am
time.
the
Where's Talia
evil.
going?
I don't know why she's going by herself.
Just wait.
Cool.
Everyone else is going.
Horde tactics. Something died. I think it was a demon. Yeah.
Payday.
You've got a lot of. Seems to be mostly your undead that have taken the wounds. Okay.
Yeah,
There's-
because once I attack them, someone has to take the action and stop charging me.
And there's always the arrow storm, meteor storm.
Yeah. Jesus, there's a lot of enemies over there.
Tentacles!
Hasta la vista, baby.
Alright. Well, heal up and then attack the next tower because you've lost a significant amount of your troops. Fortunately, all the renewable ones. So, them done, they're done.
I return with spaghetti bolognese.
Ooh,
I will mute and eat.
sounds good. Still need more evil. Oh, all your troops on the surface are healed. Alright, the zombies are nearly all healed as well. And when they are, they should return to... Oh no, I've apparently not had them set to go there. Alright, well, is everyone over here?
Huh?
Checking if everything that's in the dungeon is at good health.
Colin, I have continued my concept for the gas mask girl.
Oh, hell yeah. Good shit.
I'll stream my screen. Pretty much, gas mask going to be attached to this cartoony cloud, and then she's going to have an umbrella, and the umbrella is going to be struck by a simple bolt of lightning. And I kind of just took away the fabric at the back because I was like, eh.
I currently can't see it because it's still loading in, but once it does,
Ooh.
I am currently eating spaghetti bolognese, that thing that Nuka came in here and shouted about one time.
Yes. Good times.
Yes.
Is there a limit to how much gold you can store in here? Because I fear I just threw away a bit. Gosh.
kill all the people? Yeah, remaining defenders. So I have to kill.
Wait, the throne room can only hold 1,000 gold? Shit. So I may have just thrown like 3,000 gold away. Whoops.
Bro.
I may have made mistakes. Right, there are 3 defenders left, one of which I'm assuming is that base and one is a tower. 2. 1. There is... Oh, there was a hero as well.
Lakesville was no more.
Hey!
Once again, Talia and the indifferent evil's armies left a trail of destruction behind them. Kind of surprising that Tanos hadn't tracked them down yet. They should name him Worst Tracker of All Time.
Yeah, that's true enough. He never was one to pay attention to detail.
Details like a burning
Right.
city?
Well,
Yeah.
as it is just shy of 3 hours, I think I'm going to call it there when this
Pretty
cutscene's done.
soon he's going to be a picture of my dagger in his eye, guy.
Oh, you are so brutal. On a different note, is this day-night cycle thing permanent now?
No, because that was just because those sun temples made the days just fly by.
Oh, I thought that was the fresh sea air.
That too, yes. Lakesville was no more. Now it was time to set sail for Termite Island. There to face the mighty Yaina Overproud.
Yeet!
Yay, we did that. We didn't die that.
And we were slightly faster than the normal average.
We didn't die that much.
Got more gold, more mana.
This version did everything.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you tomorrow potentially. Yeah.